4 reasons to master strategies. First reason is when you know someone's strategy, anybody's strategy, you can, let's say it's your own strategy, you can duplicate anything great you've ever done. How many of you have ever done something and after it's like, God, that was cool. I don't know how the hell I did it, but it was cool. How many of you have that experience? Come on, say aye. Like you get a burst of creativity, or you get really funny as hell about something and you're cracking everybody up, including yourself, right? Or you got a creative flow and things are just coming through you. Or you feel disciplined and you're just decisive and you do it. You're not normally decisive, but you do it. Once you understand strategies, you can find out exactly what triggered you to be that decisive. And when you're not decisive, you can trigger it like pushing a button. And it's real. It's in your biochemistry. It's the way you're organized. And it's usually little things, little tiny triggers that are the difference between you deciding and you pulling back. Or you flowing with creativity, or you going, oh, I don't know what to do. It feels like you're light years apart from those 2 experiences, but you're usually just a couple little tiny triggers that shift everything. A tipping point that you're not aware of. But if you know what the tipping points are within your body and your mind, you can do anything. So that's the first reason. Duplicate anything you've ever done. Second reason is to help someone else. See, once you know this, you can help someone else duplicate anything they've done. What's your name, ma'am? What, Susan? So let's say Susan here has, in the past, had this incredible sense of humor. And now she's been through hell on earth. She's been through a divorce, or she's lost a family member, or some predictable life condition that was really terrible. And she has so much pain that now she's anchored that pain in her body, and she doesn't laugh like that anymore. She doesn't feel funny anymore. She doesn't feel light anymore. We could go in and find out what she used to do when she was so vivacious and playful, and we could find exactly how she triggered it, and then she could trigger it again, and you give her that gift back for the rest of her life. Pretty cool thing to be able to do. Once you understand the basis of this, then it's just focusing some time and energy and seeing its value so you master it. Third reason to master it is to manage someone else so you produce great results. How many of you manage another human being in your business? Let me see your hand. Say I. How many have children? Say I. You either manage them or they're managing you. I'm not sure which one right now. But here's what it is. For example, when you're managing people, oftentimes you've got to get them to want to do something. If your management style is making them doing it, you're not much of a manager, right? No one likes it. You're never going to maximize people that way. You might get them to do the job, but it's maintenance. But what a leader does is you get people to want to do something. Well, the problem with this is if you're trying to motivate someone to do something so they want to do it, whose motivation strategy do you think most people use when they're communicating to other people? Whose? Their own. And motivation strategies are radically different across the board. Some people are triggered by the image of something first. Some people are triggered by the sound of it. Some people are triggered by the physical touch or feeling or connection to it. And there's all kinds of sequences within that. And you don't even realize that what motivates you is the same, so you do it the same way every time. And guess who you motivate? People like whom? Yourself. How would you like to get it so that you could get your children to want to clean their rooms? You teach me that, Tony, you're God. Right? The bottom line is, you're not going to do it probably by using your motivation strategy. But when you know your kids, you can manage them to want to do these things and get it done. And finally, the fourth thing is to model someone who's extraordinary. Model someone. If I get on a plane to London and I'm sitting next to, a world-class athlete, I can promise you, I'm not just going to sit there. I'm going to extract some belief systems. I'm going to extract some physiology. I'm going to mirror some elements from this person. I'm going to pull. I'm a hunter of human excellence. And since I know the little things make all the difference, I look for those little things. I use them myself. I pass them on to other people. Modeling saves you years of time, energy, failure, frustration, loss. So this is the promise of what you can get if you go for this full tilt. Are you ready for it? Yes or no? Hi, it's Tony Robbins. For 32 years, I've kind of studied these patterns and figured out what's a process where I could take what took somebody 10 years to figure out and get them to do it in a weekend, where in total immersion, not reading a book, not even listening to some great tapes, but literally an environment that's interactive, live, where I could coach someone with a group of people and with a group dynamics so they could produce results in days that they haven't been able to do in months or even years. And over those 32 years, that process, I've seen the pattern. There's patterns that make people successful and patterns that make them fail. There's patterns that make people depressed and patterns that make people really find meaning and passion in their life. I know what they are after these 32 years being with 3.5 million people. I'd have to be pretty stupid not to have seen these patterns. But what I'm best at is putting it into a process that's not only unforgettable, but life-changing. And I call that process Unleash the Power Within. It's a weekend that I started 32 years ago and have made better and better and better. I'm talking about an experience that not only is life-changing, but is so much fun and enjoyment, and you're going to feel more alive than you have in years. So if you'd like to make a shift, I'd like to be your coach. I'd like to do it face-to-face with you, where we take a full weekend of immersion and make this happen, because I'm coming to your town soon.